Greetings, fellow Kerbonauts. Today, we are delving into the exciting details from the recent dev diary of Kerbal Space Program 2. The speakers were Nate Simpson, the creative director, and Tom Vinita, feature lead. The topic of the dev diary was the tech tree that we will all see very soon in the update 0.2 that comes out on December 19th. So let's get started. To begin, let's just briefly recap on what's the current status. In October, the developers have, after a long time, announced a first significant update to the KSP2, which is in early access since February. And as of right now, the game works as a simple sandbox. You build whatever you want, and if the game won't crash or destroy your spacecraft due to some bug, you can reach a planet or moon in the system. That's nice and all, but many of us really are missing the science in the game and other features. Well, guess what? The update the developers announced in October is even called For Science, and you can therefore clearly guess what it is bringing to the table. Once the update arrives, you will have two options how to play the game. Option 1, you continue to play the game the same way you did till now in the sandbox mode. Option 2, you switch from sandbox to new exploration mode that offers career-like progress that is defined by the most visible addition, and that is the tech tree. The reason why it is called exploration is that it will also include in the future a possibility to explore other solar systems. Any one of you who ever played any type of RPG game, or more specifically even KSP1, will know what exactly it is about. You simply start with very basic technology and parts, and from there you try to progress with the missions you complete to get more points, in this case science points, for which you can unlock more parts and technology in the tree. And this goes on and on until you complete it all. For the upcoming update 0.2, there are 85 nodes total to be unlocked. The tech tree is divided into 4 tiers right now, and each tier comes with exponentially higher costs. Tier 1 peaks at 180 science points, Tier 2 at 1100, Tier 3 at 4500, and Tier 4 peaks at 8000 science points. At the same time, you can notice that Tier 4 is visibly emptier than the rest, and it only contains nuclear fusion and parts for very large rockets. That is on purpose. It will get populated with future updates, as it will house the beginnings of the colony technologies that could come already in the update 0.3. Tiers 5 and 6 are also already planned. The goal of the tiers, according to developers, is to motivate the player to go further into the solar system to gather enough science to afford those new fancy upgrades. Like, for example, do you want to unlock Tier 3? Then fly beyond Kerbin and Mun. Aim for Duna. Do you want to get to Tier 4? Then you really should consider going to Tylo. And finally, when you are at Tier 4, you should have everything at your disposal to travel to the furthest parts of the system, such as Eve's atmosphere, Dre, and Elu, for instance. Besides this, developers also find the separation into tiers as a way to nicely introduce all required theory to newcomers gradually, and through doing, rather than just watching lots of tutorial videos at the beginning of the game. Finally, it gives great way to organize challenges and simplify communication in the community. Instead of listing individual parts someone used for the build, they can just say Tier X in the tech tree. Developers also took the time to emphasize that although there are some more crucial nodes, especially in the first 2 rows, the tech tree is designed to be flexible, allowing you to express your rocket building prowess without being confined to a specific path. No single node should be useless. If you want to get to Tier 4 as fast as possible, you can by just unlocking the nodes in the first 2 rows. But if you will, on the other hand, also try to unlock some nodes from lower rows, it will make your flights and experience much more enjoyable. Regarding the gathered science samples, there are 2 main categories, data and samples. For data, you can simply transfer them back to Kerbin if you have communication link established and you will get your science points. Samples, on the other hand, need to be physically brought back to Kerbin. And last but not least, there was a note about so-called discoverables in the game. Discoverables offer a different approach to gaining science. They are points of interest that appear over time or only in a specific time window, providing extra science for observation. They pop up when exploring new parts of a celestial body. It is therefore creating an incentive for you to venture a bit further from your initial landing spot to see if there is something actually interesting or not. These points of interest shall be visibly distinct from their surroundings, making them easy to spot. And there you have it, the exciting insights into the tech tree and science mechanics of Kerbal Space Program 2. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts down below. In the next video, I'll discuss the improvements made for atmospheric rendering that were led by none other than Black Rec. Until next time, Kerbal on.